Honestly, I don't really feel like you said anything crazy, just kind of like just keep playing and kind of settle in. I think we were a little bit rushed in that first half, offensively especially. And so I think he kind of just told us to settle in. Shots. Oh, I actually remember he was like, "You're a good shooter, you're a
Yeah,
good shooter, you're
you're
a
a
good
good
shooter."
shooter. Like went down the line of everyone.
Yeah, like telling us like shots will fall. We just got to keep getting the right looks. I think that was the main message that I remember, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it seemed like the pace of the game was kind of crazy in that first half because both teams were pressure and maybe got a little sped up, perhaps.
Hmm.
for sure.
How did it feel to put that kind of second half together after such a struggle in the first half?
Want to take it? I got it.
You got it.
I think it was really fun. I think we really just settled in that third quarter and just kind of played the way we know how to play. Like we shared the ball really well. I think it started a lot with defensive energy. Liv just brought a lot of pressure that kind of frazzled them and led us to a lot of easy buckets offensively. And so I think it was just fun to like know play to the potential that we know that we're capable of playing to. And just hopefully we can get there a little bit earlier in the game. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. With several players starting to come back and practicing, you're starting to get a full group together. What's the vibe going into the next game, knowing that you have just about everybody back?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's good vibes. Like, I think, you saw in the game with like having Barb back, just how excited all of us were for her just to, be back and playing and stuff like that. So I think the vibes coming into these week's games, especially Thursday's games, is just really excited. And yeah.
Okay. Am I the only one on this call? I guess I'm running out of questions here.
Well, we're good. Sean's here too.
Oh,
He's
Sean's here too? Okay.
Can we follow up on that a little bit? Right
Mhm.
there, just having Barbie back.
Yeah.
I keep calling her Barbie for the freshman year, but just how good was kind of that moment, and then maybe we'll also move to Brinley a little bit, having your fellow Idaho girl back in the lineup. Just
Yeah.
what did that moment kind of mean for you guys?
Yeah, I think it meant a lot. I mean, I feel like personally for me, like I know what it's like coming back from injuries and stuff like that. So I think for me personally, just watching her come back and just do what she normally does, that was just really exciting to see for herself and just get her confidence back. So yeah, and I don't know if you guys saw the video on our Instagram that they posted, but like you could tell all of us, even the girls on the court, we were just so happy, coaches, us on the bench. Yeah, just a lot of happiness for Barb. She's worked a lot to come back and it's just, really good to see the hard work pay off.
Yeah, I'll add to that. I just think, I mean, that was a difficult injury and it was kind of super frustrating because she came back, started this year and then just right back to where she was. And it felt a little, I know it was a little deflating and frustrating for her. I saw that. Yeah, but she really just handled it with a lot of patience, a lot of like leaning on teammates, coaches, the train Jeff and Steven, just awesome. And I think it was just a cool moment for everyone to see. I mean, always done the same thing, but just like coming back from injury, like it's not easy. And so it was just super exciting for her to be back on the court. Like I've personally missed playing with her a lot and just the energy she brings. And so I'm excited to, have her continue to work her way back and have her on the court. So
Yeah.
Bryn, you've almost quietly been this really steady force while you guys have sort of dealt with some injury issues and kind of different lineups and that sort of thing. Just what have you learned about sort of yourself and your game through the first, what are we at, 8, 9 games and into the season, 10 games into the season?
it's crazy.
Just what have you kind of learned about yourself through sort of being kind of a little bit of that force? I see Ari kind of nodding with me, so I don't think
Yeah.
I'm too far off.
Yeah, I mean, what I've learned. I feel like honestly, just I've learned that I can make an impact on the game in many different ways, and it doesn't have to be like scoring every game or playing good defense. Like just I'm working on just being a positive presence, just kind of helping our team stay together, accomplish what we know how to be. And so I think I don't know. I think I've learned that there's a lot more that I can add. Um, that aren't even necessarily on the stat sheet that can help our team stay together and kind of weather the ups and downs that come with basketball. So
are how well this team is playing right now, does this feel like a team that's kind of coming together at the right time as you start to, I mean, you still have a couple games left in conference play, but you start to kind of wind down non-conference play and get ready for big 12 play?
Yeah, excuse Mariah's laughing. The whole world can hear it. No, I love her. I love her. Yeah, no, I think it's been really, really cool to see the team, like you said, like coming together and gelling together. Obviously, we have, a lot of talent and stuff like that. I kind of talked to the team last week on a team thought about really trying to focus on embracing our roles that we have individually and just really coming together and emphasizing it's the we before the me. And I think I see that a lot in these girls and our team. I feel like we're all bought into what our coaches want for us. And, it just shows like on the Portland game, just the team game, and everyone just celebrating everyone's success. So yeah, I think we're definitely in the right spot heading into conference time.
And just to follow up, last one from me for either one of you, but what are you hoping to kind of get out of this final week of non-conference play? I guess Idaho State, UTEP, I don't know if you scouted them that much, but maybe being back at home, that's obviously pretty important because it feels like it's been forever since you guys got to play in the Marriott.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say honestly just I think these will be really physical, tough teams and they'll test us in that area. And so I think just making sure we're kind of a good experience for us before going into Big 12 play to play with that physicality and play with that kind of pressure. And I think they're really good teams. And so I think they're just great opportunities for us to continue to grow and get better before the Big 12 play starts.
She hit it right on the head.
Way to go. Okay. We were talking to your players, Lee, about halftime of the Portland game, and I expected to hear stories of you throwing erasers or breaking clipboards over your knee. But they said you were very positive and just told them they're all good shooters. How did they turn around that first half into what we saw in the second?
I don't even remember if I did tell them they're all really good shooters because, it seems like at times this year when we get open shots, we're just shooting it, to shoot it, not to make the shot. And so it was good to see that change in the second half. And that kind of fueled a little bit more of our energy. At some point, maybe it'll be a fiery halftime speech. But yeah, it wasn't that. We talked through just some of the things that they're doing that were hurting us. But then just mostly like, guys, like, you're a really good shooter. It's okay if you make the shot. Like, nobody's going to be mad at you, so.
How pleased were you as a coach to see that turnaround in the second half, to see the things that they've been working on come to fruition?
Yeah, it was a good second half, and it was good on multiple fronts. Obviously, the shots started to fall, and Brinley got us started in the second half, and our defense kind of fueled some of that. Got quite a few turnovers, one just for their confidence, but the whole buy-in in the second half and the connectivity of the group was really encouraging to see, and how they reacted when Cambry made her first basket of the season, and just the camaraderie that showed itself in the game in general, I thought was very, very encouraging.
As you start to get some of these players back and you get a full roster together, what are some of the things that you're focusing on to get them to get that cohesiveness and connectivity you were talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I've told the group on multiple occasions, like I don't sit around saying out loud or even to myself like, oh, I can't wait for Delaney Gibb, the Big 12 freshman of the year, to get back. Of course, we want her back. She's super talented. Same thing with Cambry and the other girls that have been out. But it's more about allowing just the pressure of, hey, you have really good teammates, keeping everybody like completely engaged at all times. Weight room, court, practice, shoot around, to where, hey, if you're not going to bring it today, somebody else is going to. Where we really, some of these more recent games, it's like we got 8 players that can possibly play, and we got to play everybody, and it's good. I feel comfortable playing everybody, but just a level of, hey, don't take a possession off, don't take a segment off, like go out there and and go. But to get them back, it's going to be good to find a rhythm all together. I mean, with Delaney, it gives us another primary ball handler, which is will be good. We've been asking a lot of Sid and Ari in that role. And then just some, versatility between just more versatility with especially Cambry and Delaney coming back.
A little bit on that point, what kind of confidence do you think it gives some of these girls to be able to do what you've been able to do the last couple of weeks with depleted lineups now as you kind of start re-adding some of those pieces in?
Yeah, I mean, again, with Sid and Liv, and the freshmen, every single game rep's super important, And for that matter, any of the returners, Mariah barely played last year, and a couple of the others are sophomores. So game reps, super important. Game reps as a new unit, right? Lyra's new, even though she's been around college basketball for a while. Together is super important. Have the utmost confidence in everybody doing what they're supposed to. And these game reps are showing that to the staff, to myself, to their teammates. And now it's more about being impactful with those game reps than just, hey, I did what I was supposed to. Like, okay, you're in the right spot, but now make the play, right? You get the shot, now make the shot. What does that impact level look like per individual? And I think everybody to this point that's played, with Delaney and Cambry, obviously super comfortable with them. But to this point, everybody's shown like, hey, I know what you want from us, and I'm going to go out to do that for the group kind of thing.
How big has Brinley been during this stretch? I mean, I almost feel like her role gets a little bit overlooked, but you guys have kind of leaned on her, maybe quietly in some ways, for more so that I almost have to remind myself that she's only a sophomore. It feels like she's getting like junior and senior type.
In that game against Portland, she came out and I think she hit the first three in the second half. She hit a couple threes in the game that kind of took the lid off the basket to where it was like for Liv and Sid and some of the others, like really just like, hey, this is when I'm supposed to make the play. And she's done it most of the year. Honestly, asking her a lot of her because other people that probably were counting on a little bit more, she's had to do a little bit more. And she's the type that she's going to put a lot of pressure on herself to where, hey, these other people are out, like I got to step up kind of thing. And she's handled it well, but I think as we get people back, she's not going to have to feel as much. And I mean, we talked about before coming into it, she had as good a summer and fall as anybody, so kind of expect it from her. Don't look at it as her only a sophomore. Seems like she's played a lot of minutes in BYU blue and carries herself that way.